Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Hope that you are fine. Today, we are going to start such an interesting lesson that you are going to like very much. But before we start, I want to tell you that we are going to go around the world in a very lovely and interesting journey. Okay? So, I want you please to be ready for visiting famous landmarks around the world. Now, please, I want all of you to move with me to slide number 2 in order to visit our first place for today, which is Mexico. Visit Chichen Itza in Mexico and you will see something quite amazing. It's the temple city where you can see one of the most beautiful pyramids in the world. But do you know who built it? Yes, the Mayans are the people who built this wonderful landmark. And after so many years, it became one of the most important landmarks in Mexico. Now, are you ready for moving to the second place? Yes. The Grand Canyon in the USA is 446 kilometers long and 183 kilometers deep. It's very deep. It was one of the first national parks in the country. But before I tell you what is the river that goes through this park, would you please tell me what does it mean, national park? A national park is actually a place made to protect and study the kinds of animals that they are about to extinct or they are endangered. So, now, are you ready to know what is the river that goes through or runs through this park? The Colorado River or the Colorado River is the river that runs through the national park in the USA, which is called the Grand Canyon. Now, get ready again. We are going to move very fast to slide number 3, which is having the third place that we are going to visit today. Taipei 101. Actually, it's a building in Taipei that really stands out because it's taller than all the other buildings in the city. But how tall is this skyscraper? Do you think? Can you guess? 508 meters. It's very tall. Okay, now moving to the fourth place that we have, and I like this place. For myself, I like this place very much. The very famous tower that stands in the center of London, next to the Houses of Parliament. It's also a clock with a bell that weighs 16.3 tons. But do you know what is the name of this tower? It's very famous, by the way. No, it's not Big Ben. The clock tower. Yes, the right name for this tower is the clock tower. Okay, let's move to slide number 4 in order to go for our fifth place today, the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is one of the world's greatest structures ever. It's a 7 meters tall wall that stretches for a distance of about 9,000 kilometers across China. Can you imagine how huge is this? Okay, now, which of the following facts or the next sentences is true about this wall? Of course, it's the strongest or the longest man-made structure in the world. And man-made here means built by men, using the power of human being, not the power of machines. So it's really a great structure. Now we have just arrived to the last place in our journey, which is going to be the falls. Do you know what does it mean, falls? Exactly as you see here in the picture, deep in the Venezuelan jungle, There is a waterfall where the water drops down 979 meters. It's the highest waterfall in the world, and you can feel the mist from over a kilometer away. The mist, when the water just, what can I say, drop from that height, very tiny water drops just go here and there, so this is the mist. And when you just come near these falls, you're going to feel the mist over a kilometer away. So, do you know what is the name or what we can call these waterfalls? The Angel Falls, exactly. Now, I hope that you really liked our journey through these famous landmarks, and now I want all of you to come with me to slide number 5 in order to know what are the new words that we have recognized in this lesson. We're going to start with number 1, canyon. What does it mean, canyon? It's a long and narrow valley cut in rock with very steep side by a river, exactly as you can see here in the picture. The jungle, it's a home to many wild plants and animals. The national park, protected area designed for the preservation, and I told you the preservation here means to keep the animals or the wildlife safe, and also it allows you to study all the circumstances that may protect or help this wildlife to exist or to be existing. So, the national park is a protected area designated for preservation of wildlife. Now, let's move to slide number 6. The landmark. What does it mean, a landmark? A building or a place which has historical significance. The temple, a place for religious activities. A temple is a place for religious activities. Tower, a place for, what can I say? It's something that you can go, it's a very tall building, you can go there in order to see all the country from very, very huge, or what can I say, from very long distance. That's what I mean, like the Tower of Taipei. Am I right? Was it a tower? No, it was a skyscraper. So, what was the tower that we have mentioned? Exactly, the clock tower. So, it's a very tall building that you can go there in order to see a very wide view for all the country. Now, number 7, slide number 7. Waterfall or waterfalls. A flow of water over the edge of a cliff. The pyramid, a structure whose outer surfaces are triangular. A cross means from side to side. Let's move to slide number 8. I think the words are easy, right? Okay. To build something means to form something by combining materials or parts together. Deep, far down from the surface. Distance, space between 2 points or things. Moving to slide number 9, and we are going to talk about the height. What is the height? It's a distance from the bottom to top. What about the length? Length is the distance from end to end. Liquid, flowing freely like the water. Flowing freely like the water or juice or milk, all of these are liquids. Now, what about weight? We're going to move to slide number 10 in order to know what does it mean, weight. Weight, net weight of something. Are you with me in slide number 10? Yes? Okay, so you are watching. Okay, so I said weight is the net weight of something. What about weigh for the verb? It's the measure, the how you measure the heaviness of an object. The action or the verb of measuring how heaviness for an object. How heavy is this object. Man-made. What does it mean, man-made? It means created by human being. Okay? So let's move to slide number 11. And here we are having run through. It's not a noun or a verb, but it's a phrase. What does it mean? It's expression which gives you the meaning of flow through an area like the waterway or something like this. I think now we have done with all of these new words. Let's move to the units of measurement. They are very easy, by the way. A unit of measurement, what does it mean? A quantity which used as a standard of measurement. It's how much makes up one of the measurement, which means if you want to measure how long, how heavy, or anything like this, of course you are going to use the units of measurement in order to determine the amount or how long for the distance or the amount for liquids and so on. Okay? For example, the basic unit of length in metric is the meter. Okay? What about the weight? Of course, kilogram. What about the capacity of liquids? Liter or milliliter. Okay, so this is great. I want all of you to move with me to slide number 12. As you see here, length can be measured, and then we use even centimeter or meter or kilometer for very long distance. Weight, we use gram, kilogram, ton, which also uses for the heavy objects, very heavy objects. Okay, for the liquids, we measure liquids by milliliter or liter. Now, after finishing all of these information, are you ready to apply this to some questions? Okay, so let's start with the first one. Be careful, the swimming pool is so, yes, exactly, it's so deep. Number 2, it was really a huge fish. It weighed or weighs or measures or ton 10 kilos. Weighs, yes, exactly. 12 kilometers is a fact or distance or weight or deep, too great to walk in an hour. Of course, a distance. The famous tower, temple, structure or waterfalls of El-Karnak is in Luxor. Of course, it's a very famous temple. Have you ever been to the great what of Giza? Pyramids, waterfalls, towers or tunnels? Of course, the Great Pyramids, the pyramids, which are one of the most important landmarks in the world. So let's move to slide number 14. Number 6, the little princess was locked in a high tower. Of course, all of you know the name of this princess, right? Yes? Okay. One of the units of measurement is kilogram or structure or canyon or liter to measure weight. Of course, kilogram. When the thing is created by a human, it's called handmade or man-made or run through or made. Of course, we call it man-made. We use ton to measure weight or length or heat or liquid. Weight, yes. We use milliliter to measure liquid, length, height or weight. Of course, to measure liquid. To this point, I think we have finished our lesson today. Thank you very much. I hope that you really enjoyed this session exactly as I did. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you back. Thank you.